As part of the elections for tomorrow of the NPP's flagbearership race, we want to be finding out from our correspondents across the country how exactly the people are taking it, what preparations are so far, and what to expect. And so we're going to start off in the Volta region. Ivy's over there to give us some update on that. Ivy, good morning, if you can hear me.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for joining us this morning. I want to believe you're fine.
I'm fine.
Awesome. Tomorrow is Judgment Day, as we are, looking at what is going to happen. But what's the situation in the Volta region?
Tomorrow is going to be. Everywhere is calm. Surprisingly, Pole is calm. Kettle South, Keta, everywhere is completely calm. People are going about their normal things while waiting for the elections to hold tomorrow. A lot of people are happy about some issues. They have camps. Some are saying this person will win this, and the various camps are preparing. So in Get South and other constituencies, for example, camps are going to the people to convince them, vote for this person, do not vote for this person. So they are hitting the ground, going to the grassroots, going to the people. Some are doing home to home and all that. But we realize that the whole region is very calm. People are going about their normal duties whilst they wait for the election to hold tomorrow. So we are waiting to see which of the men will take it in the Volta region tomorrow. We'll be on the ground to monitor.
Great.
Okay.
In terms of preparations from the EC, a couple of days ago, they actually announced that some of the materials that are going to be used for the voting have already been sent. Some are on their way and all that. In terms of preparations, what have we gathered?
Well, the EC, they are fully prepared, according to them, but they wouldn't speak on camera or they wouldn't speak to the media for the meantime. But from what we saw, what we gather on the ground, the EC is fully prepared for tomorrow across the region.
There have been several polls that have come up, within the last 3 months or so, which have all said several different things in terms of who is likely going to be winning the flagbearer race. Now, in terms of the people, do these polls actually mean anything to them? Did they make any difference on them? When you interacted with some of them, are they believing that the polls could make a difference? Of course, there have been prophecies as well. How are they taking all of that?
Well, of course, it depends. Some believe that this post means a lot to them. And so they are using the post to even work harder to convince the delegates to vote for their candidate. On the other hand, some also believe that this post it doesn't mean anything, that the work is on the ground. So it's just a poll, or it just posts people around it, so it doesn't make anything to them. So here it's 50-50. People believe the post that they are working hard for their candidate to win. On the other hand, they don't believe that they are also working hard for their candidates or their prepared candidates to win.
Very well. Before you go, yesterday, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan sent a message to the people of Ghana, especially the delegates who will be voting tomorrow. Are people resonating with the message that he sent? The broadcast that he did. Are people talking about it? As far as yesterday was concerned, have you heard anybody with regards to that?
A couple of people. When I went to town to do some stories, I heard couple of people talking about it. Some people feel that, if he's able to win, he's the kind of man they want. Some are also of the view that they still want the former vice president to win, so he can continue where he stopped. And some are also of the view that they want a younger blood, that is Brian, to take the lead, and so that because they want the voice of the youth to be loud. And the other two people who are also experienced as the former minister, and the other man. People are also of the view that these people are matured enough to lead the party. So there are diverse views after the broadcast message was read all over. There are diverse views among the people in the voter region.
Very well, Ivy, thank you so much for joining us this morning here and giving us an update as far as the elections tomorrow is concerned. We appreciate it.
Yeah. You have a nice day then.
Sure, you too. And that's our correspondent, our voter regional correspondent, Ivy Setoji, joining us this morning here and letting us know what exactly the voter region is looking like in terms of preparations for the elections tomorrow, which the NPP is looking forward to. In fact, I have termed it a judgment day already because, I mean, it's a make or break for many of the aspirants and also the party itself, because so what happens tomorrow could determine a lot in terms of what happens in the 2028 general elections for the NPP. Asiedwa, the voter region is ready.
Yeah, it seems they are ready. I actually wanted to ask Ivy, if there are any names in particular that is being chanted amongst the delegates throughout the preparations that they are making there. But anyways, we've got joining us on Zoom Professor Sumaila Asaah, Development Economist, UEAS. Good morning, sir. Prof, can you hear me?
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing too?
We are awesomely well. First of all, I want you to share your thoughts with us on, give us an overview of your thoughts in relation to the campaign processing and the anticipation towards tomorrow's NPP flagbearership race.
Okay, before I start, I would like to just make a little correction. I am now with the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Nebrungo.
Okay.
No more with the UEAS.
Okay,
So
thank you for the correction. All right, thank you. All right.
Yeah, so I have been following up the campaign, I've been following up the development of NPP, and it's very important as a development aspect to position my views on this. Okay. And what I want to say is that that's a good contest. I mean, 5 people in the NPP running for the flagbearership. It is good. It is better than some time back when they had about over 10, 17 at the point. And I think coming down to 5 this time around is good for the party. But we must recognize that these are also good, experienced Ghanaians. At this point in time, every country always prides itself of its citizens. And people of that caliber have record. I mean, not from any political position, but to recognize that individuals, they have contributed, they have done in the party, individual private level, they have distinguished themselves. So I think any of them becoming the flag bearer of the NPP will be very important for championing the opposition.
Okay, Prof. Now, you did speak about being excited of the fact that the number of faces or the number of individuals contesting for this position are not as many as you used to be before. Now, can you throw some more light into, be it politically, democratically, if there were more, how that effect would be like?
No, if there are more, you will see that they will distribute the votes unevenly, and it will be difficult for you to make a good choice of candidate. And that's why I'm saying I'm happy that this time they come down to at least 5. I would have preferred maybe less than 5, but 5 is okay. So it's a good odd number and then a good choice of them.
What are you hoping to see? What are you looking out for in tomorrow's contest?
Yeah, so one, I will expect the NPP as a very experienced political parties across Africa to hold to the deal that they signed and to ensure that this election ends without any acrimony. It's important that we come out with a solid candidate to really stand as a opposition to the NDC, which is considered publicly as performing very well in terms of our economy, in terms of our focus in terms of our direction as a country, no tool can easily be complacent if you don't have a good opposition. NDC and complacent. And if we don't get a good candidate, we don't get a unified NPP to give a very good opposition. Yes, we can moving towards the wrong direction because of consistency.
Okay, Prof. What leader do you believe? What type of leader do you believe that the New Patriotic Party deserves or needs?
I think the NPP for the 2000, the year 2000 up to date have changed the faces of their leaders. At least we have moved from gentle individuals to people that generally consider.
Hi, Prof.
And that divide, the differences, was very clear in the leadership. So I think among the five, you can see similar.
Unfortunately, what you were saying, there was a break in the connection. So could you kindly take that again?
Personalities, the extreme side of themselves among the five. And I think when people will be able to meet the five, who will represent them. At least they will go back to it before
Professor Asaah.
Or they go back to the Akufo-Addo approach. And that's as a political party wanting to come back to power in 2028, they make a choice that will represent better people.
Professor Asaah, unfortunately, I would have to let you repeat yourself because there was a break in connection and we couldn't hear you smoothly. So can you please repeat the answer you gave?
Yeah, so what I was saying, the NPP had opportunity to have 4 years, and then the outcome for Akufo-Addo came in also with an approach that also has come with results. And for that matter, we can compare between two extreme leadership styles.
Okay. All right, so unfortunately, we are having a bit of a challenge with the network. And so
And I'm saying that the 5 people represented, you'll be able to see Akufo-Addo. And for that matter, the Ghanaians will expect them to see who will represent the NPP to champion a new course for the NPP in 2028, if they want to come back to power, or even if they want to come back into power in the future. So I think this is a very crucial time for the NPP to make a decision. And I am very happy that after this time around, we've not had any serious economy that will demand the effort of the over years.
Okay, Prof, thank you so much. Thank you very much for your time this morning. And we were joined via Zoom, Professor Sumaila Asaah, Development Economist, UEAS. Okay. KMJ, I think our correspondent from Techiman is ready.
Yes, Anas is in Techiman. Anas, if you can hear me, good morning.
Morning.
All right, thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you're good.
Yes, you're doing.
Okay. Hello?
Can you hear me?
We're breaking up a bit, but I think it's okay. But if you can hear me, what's the atmosphere in Techiman right now?
Well, far as the DPP elections is concerned, all the delegates are ready.
Anas, can you reposition yourself a bit? We're having a bit of disruption with the network.
Hope you can hear me better now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, good. So what I was saying is that all the states, the delegates are ready are waiting for them to see who's going to be and by the 2028 elections. Have been able to speak to quite a number of people, from the regional chairman to some other regional executives and constituent executives as well as the delegates as well. And so what I think is that all the people have also been able to speak with the regional EC chairperson person of Dr. who has been telling us that in terms of materials and logistics, they have everything we need, and they've been able to distribute all of them to 11 constituencies across the region. We're going to have 4 points throughout the region. The reason being that the Chiman South, which is the regional capital, which has the largest polling population, will have 2 polling centers. Apart from the Chiman South, the other constituencies, they're going to have 1, polling station. And all is good, like I said, the regional police command have given out their word that each polling station is going to have 75 polling personnel man with election or electoral process. And they have some backup teams to ensure that they are able to respond to any unfolding. So all is said here in the Chiman, the 10 other instances of the are only waiting to also be able to inform our cherry viewers. But still,
okay, Anas, I'm still trying to reposition yourself again for me, but whilst you're doing that, I want to find out, in terms of the messages from the aspirants, in fact, it's been a couple of months now that they've been campaigning for this, in terms of their messaging to the people of Ghana and, of course, to the delegates who eventually will be doing the voting. And let's not forget that the delegates' votes is supposed to be a reflection of the entire the party and what they want to do for the Ghanaians. Has it been able to resonate well with the delegates, the messages that the aspirants have sent, that they are ready to make that decision based on what they've heard from the delegates?
Well, yes, these delegates, most of them, like I said earlier, have engaged, have made up their mind for it, they have decided who they want to vote for. A number of them are written for the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud, their reasons. I believe that
I think we're struggling with the network connection with Anas. Anas, if you can hear me, let's try and see if we can reconnect.
Popular politician, NPP's consent.
Oh boy.
Compared of them as saying that he has been on the ballot from 2008 as a running 2024, and so his name is more or less like the household name. The marketing document, according to some of them. I have also heard a number of industry the candidate Japan has job creation is concerned. Yes, so these are the 2 names that I believe in. Also, some of them are also looking for example. These are the 3 people I have heard telling us we might be voting for, with Dr. Kwabena having, endorsement from some regional executive, the regional chairman, Mahmoud openly told that this voting for Dr. Kwabena and his reasons are that Mahmoud have track record and he's, trustworthy, and he, like I said, have been voted on and the best person to lead in the 2020.
Very well. Let me let you go, and I'm grateful for your time this morning and also giving us an update of what is happening in Techiman and the region as well. Great. Sincere apologies for that disruption in the connection with Anas, but he's our regional correspondent speaking all the way from Techiman in the Ahava region. So yeah, we're still trying as much as possible to speak to more of our correspondents to find out what exactly the whole atmosphere looks like in terms of the elections tomorrow.
It's getting interesting. Yeah. It's getting more and more interesting. But we want you to hop onto our Zoom. The ID and password will be on your screen shortly. Pick it up, join us. But we want you to be properly dressed. Make sure that you are in a well-lit space. If you have a particular hotspot in your office or your home that you'll be joining us from, please go there so we can have a very smooth connection with you contributing whatever you want to contribute to on the Newsflash segment. So please make sure you are in a well-lit space. Make sure you're properly dressed, and make sure that your phone, if you're using a phone, it is in portrait, so we can see you properly. And so we are going to be talking about, or we are going to share your thoughts with us in relation to tomorrow's flag bearership race of the NPP. Who do you think is going to emerge as the winner of the flag bearership race, and also why? Why do you believe that particular personality is perfect, or is a perfect fit for the NPP? So please, we are waiting on you. The Zoom ID and password is currently on your screen, so pick it up and join us on Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
So many things have gone on. So many things have happened. Yesterday on the News Flash segment, we even played at some point where one prophet, Prophet Bernard L. Bernard, in an interview on Asaah FM, stating that he's putting his ministry on the line. Yep. He's putting, just everything that makes him him. That makes him Prophet Bernard L. Bernard. He is putting that on the line and stating emphatically that what he's seen is that Kennedy Ohene Japan is going to emerge as a winner of the NPP flag bearership race. And there are a number of people who think otherwise. You remember on 31st December, we got, about 2 prophets saying Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to be the winner. We had some other prophets who were saying there's going to be Kennedy Ohene Japan.
It's interesting, and for me, I think it's been the consistency with which he has done this. He started this not just today, and he's been very consistent about it. So I think that's what is making people believe that it's not just waking up one day and deciding that, okay, this is what I'm going to be saying. And so some people believe that whatever that he's saying about Honorable Kennedy Japan is what seemed to be the case. But of course, that is wrestling against a lot of scientific proofs in terms of polls. You understand? A few of the polls have gone for Kennedy, but if you see, most of the polls actually have gone for Dr. Bawumia. And so that is where a lot of people think that, okay, for him to be able to convince the people, he has to put more on the line than he would usually do. You understand? And that's why I think he also keeps putting a lot of things on the line. His ministry, his life, his, years of doing this for God. In fact, eventually he's putting God on the line as well.
That's very risky.
So it's racing against science, but let's see how it all pans out. I think we've got somebody on Zoom.
Yes, we do. We've got on phone. We've got Nana Kwabena Aborampah Mensah. He's a programs director in charge of election security at the Center for Democratic Development. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're well.
I'm fine, you?
We are doing awesomely well, and we just want to, let me restructure the question I want to ask you in the sense that we've had a number of utterances, from the aspirants of the NPP flag bearership race. Even at some point, there was one individual who is, I think, from the United Party. Yeah, Solomon, he said something quite interesting, that the peace pact that was signed by the aspirants, it was only a way to make Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia win the elections, which was it didn't sit right with a number of people. Now, looking at the security of the elections that is about to be performed tomorrow and all that, what are some of the loopholes that you believe that should be covered, should be taken care of, should be looked at properly?
Let me say good morning again. Yes, this is important aspect of every election we have, not only in Ghana.
Yeah.
So, from what said from Africa, deployed every there were citizens around questions on how the deployment be. We expect the police to be proactive in its deployment strategically. Police itself assists intelligence to monitor which of the stations the NPP elections are being used, and what are the characteristics of them in terms of threats. So they should deploy according to the intelligence they've done it. But let's say that people don't usually pay attention to internal elections, but the areas that we sustain issues for the national. If monitored all previous elections since 1992, anytime there are heated internal competition, the very constituencies that witness violence in internal politics, it turns out that in the main elections, we witness the same in the main elections. So as CODIO, we pay equal attention to internal politics as we do for national elections. The atmosphere has not been bad. Of course, you expect a competition of such as this to generate some interest because the main person who was the flag bearer is no more contesting. So there's a backing for everybody with qualified persons in the party to contest. So the interest from all camps are high, and the anxiety from their supporters are also high. So you expect the atmosphere to be heightened. But looking at this election, a bit better than those elections that the NPP or the political part. Going forward, I think with this a calm atmosphere, we expect the elections to be peaceful, but we expect the police do quick arrest of any person or persons or group of persons who start any forms of violence or disturbances at the police station. Yes. That will continuously put fear in the people right from the morning until the elections are over.
Okay, all right. So I'm actually happy. I'm excited that, security-wise, it seems that everything is set, ready, geared up. We are all ready to make sure that there's going to be a smooth and fair and violence-free elections tomorrow. Now, I want you to please give us more assurance in relation to this, because there are too many speculations out there in relation to how tomorrow is going to pan out, and it seems to be not too exciting for a number of people.
Well, as I said, my sister, the elections that take place within political parties, of which their leader is no longer contesting, create the hope for all contestants that it's their turn. So that itself creates another tension. And don't forget, in every party we have divisions, and it's clear in the NPP of the camps and the divisions that are there. But as I said, comparing these elections, you remember the NPP, the so-called Legon primaries, you saw what happened there. But we've not seen any such things here in this upcoming elections for the NPP. Tells you that the structures, and let me start from the structures of managing this election.
Okay.
When I was having a discussion with your colleague earlier when they opened the nomination, the two cautions I gave, one was the fact that the managers of the elections, the internal elections of the NPP, need to show the contestants that they are independent.
Okay.
This has happened, and you've seen clear manifestation of abstinence from the key managers of the electoral process, and that has also lent some hopes for the contestants that, unlike the previous elections, where most of the executives declared either openly or secretly their support for one part of political contestant, this time they did not do that, and also because of the statement the General Secretary issued warning all executives. The second one that usually generates conflicts among the political parties is the management of the voter roll, the voter register. My sister, you are aware that sometimes even a day to the elections, people have not had copies of the actual final voter register. This time, this thing has not happened. It's been managed well. So when you look into the internal management of the election itself, it seeks to reduce the usual windows for tension and fight. So for internally, I think that has been solved. Utterances, yes, one or two things have come, but it's not comparable to previous elections, and the security arrangements, taking cue from Akotia deployment. I think the police is planning the same thing. So I think the assurances for security, smooth elections is there. What remains It's how the contestants are going to pick the results and move forward. That's what the NPP will have to manage.
Yes. Yes, earlier KMJ and I were actually discussing that, where one of the aspirants was asked a question in relation to after or in case you do not win this race, would you still support the party? And a number of other aspirants were using that against, that particular aspirant in particular, which wasn't looking too well. So I'm excited that you have mentioned that we should rather look at the reaction that would come out of the results from the aspirants or the other ones who would end up not winning the election. So it's a good one. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we were just speaking with Nana Kwabena, Aborampah Mensah. He's the programs director in charge of election security at the Center for Democratic Development in that CDD. We've got another person on, right? Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go to the NDC's camp, and we'll be speaking to the acting director of elections and IT, and it's in the person of Madi Gabriel. Madi, good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're good, and thanks for the time this morning.
You're welcome.
And again, congratulations to you as your confirmation for the acting director of elections and IT for the NDC.
I'm grateful.
Awesome. Now, you were filling the shoes of a very, astute politician that left us sadly. That's Dr. Omane Buama. First of all, in preparedness and taking over this position, how does it feel or come to you?
It's a huge responsibility, but we decided by the systems that we have already and the human resources that we have in the party. And I believe if we open our doors to do things, I believe we will succeed and I will succeed.
Also, once again, congratulations to you. But let's talk about the incoming by-election, the internal party voting to ensure that we have someone to represent the party. How is it going in terms of preparation?
I would say so far so good. And I'm sure you're talking about the Arawacho.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yes. So far so good. We've been able to open nomination, aspirants taking nomination, and then we're going through the vetting. We've given the register to the contestant, and so far nobody has raised issue with the process so far. And I believe that on Saturday we'll have a smooth election to elect a rep that will contest the election.
And unless with the exception of Hajj's situation, has that been dealt with? And what's the decision on that now? In fact, she wanted a virtual vetting, and that was disagreed by the party. Have we dealt with that?
No, that one, we've gone past that one. She came for the vetting, and she was cleared.
Okay, and it didn't have any negative effect on her in terms of how, she had to come in person instead of doing it on virtual.
But this is not the first time a widow contests an election and going through vetting.
Yes, but she stated that
current regional minister for Greater Accra. She was a widow when she appeared at the vetting committee. This is the first time a widow appearing at the voting committee to contest.
Yes, she stated her religion as the reason because she's, in their religion they have some of these things becoming a problem a bit, and that's the reason why she wanted to do it through the virtual.
Unfortunately, the NDC, we are not a religious organization. We only set precedent that will guide the party to the future. In fact, when the current regional minister was coming for a vetting, he also stated a contract issue. But we asked her to appear at the vetting because our party doesn't consider status for individuals.
Very well. So what's the next stage right now? And then we also look at the big picture, which is the primaries for the NDC as well. In terms of the Ayawaso one, what's the next stage right now?
As of now, we are preparing the ballot papers.
Okay.
We'll hand over the election process to the Electoral Commission on Friday next week, and they will take charge of the election. We're also engaging the police as usual. The constituency also is working on the venue. So we say that as a party, we are working towards the process very well. Candidates are also campaigning, and I believe that we'll have a successful election on 7th February.
The last elections in 2024, we believe, and we're made to understand that the NDC did something quite unique in terms of how they went about dealing with the elections itself, in terms of equipment that were used and all of that. Moving into these elections, which is the Ayawaso election itself, because the NPP has also decided that they're going to contest. What are we doing differently, or what are we doing again to ensure that we're able to see inside of the elections to, get that deserving win that we want to see?
We are waiting to finish our primary. Each of the candidates will determine the dynamic that will win in the elections. But as a party, we are sure of winning the election. But we waited to finish our primary, then we will take another step in terms of how we will play the election.
All right. Now, the primaries itself, to elect a leader, the minority leader says that you have more issues in your party than they do in terms of who becomes the flag bearer. You being in charge of the elections, do you foresee any of what, they probably are going through, that he is making a reference to it, that you even have more issues coming up in your elections that they have, and you must even concentrate on that?
You see, let me say this here on record. I have managed elections for long. Any political party managing internal election in government has less challenge than managing election in the society. Because you see, you are not managing internal election in government. There are many opportunities that you can use to build people to understand your issues. That's against when you go into opposition, where everybody thinks that I have right to do whatever I want to do. So when I heard Abenyamaki said, I think that he didn't refer to himself to when they were doing their primaries in 2022, when they were in government. What is happening today in their primaries wouldn't have happened if they are in power. You understand?
Yeah.
So the prediction that is, I know that in politics, you always play these tricks for people to take their minds from your election. The NDC have gone through internal elections, especially when we have a candidate contesting sitting president before. We went through successful. So those things that we're talking about, we will get there. And the NPP will be surprised that we're going through smoothly.
Moving into 2028, it's going to be a big deal. Is the NDC prepared adequately to retain power moving into 2028 elections from where you sit?
For what I sit, that is why when yesterday we present our roadmap to our internal election, shows how committed and ready we are for the 2028 elections. Because going to 2028, the basic need will be how you manage your internal elections, especially the branches. And if you observe the NPP so far, almost all of them, their campaign is going back to their branch issues. You understand?
Yeah.
We are going to vote on this and then work towards the election, especially that we are going to do party and government to approach the next elections.
Looking at what the NPP has gone through over the last few months and getting into this elections tomorrow, is there anything the NDC is learning from what will possibly happen tomorrow with regards to the elections?
Yes, so we are learning many things from it. In fact, if we listen to the General Secretary, he cautioned us in this process of internal election that we should open up. We should give a the victim to be very much transparent. Once you're able to get transparent process, I believe that we'll go through it easily.
Very well. I would like to say a big thank you to you for making time for us this morning and giving us the updates on our Yawaso elections as well. And once again, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Very well, and that's Madi Jibril. He's the acting director of elections and IT for the NDC, speaking to us with issues of Yawaso, the primaries, and also the elections for the NPP tomorrow. Anyway, it looks like almost everybody seems to be learning something one way or the other.
You won't learn. No, okay. You won't learn.
It's either you learn now or you learn the hard way later.
You have to learn.
Yes, because I think that it's how our body politics, right now is shaping a lot of narratives. Before, people felt elections were, until the NDC actually came out with this when the late Dr. Aborampah was there.
Yeah.
You know what happened previously and what happened when he was there. It was as though some of the things that have been done in the past in terms of elections were not really critically looked at. And that is why many things that happened went the way they did. But now, we've shaped our body politics in the narrative that makes it look like if you joke with the elections room where everything happens, the end results will not be something that will be pleasant for you. So right from the onset, make sure that you're looking into it like a crystal ball. Everything counts.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense. The NPP seem to be doing the same thing as well, because they also believe that maybe there were certain things they could have done better as at the last elections that they didn't. And so whoever that is responsible for the elections and IT has to devise a way that would make it easier for them to be able to collate their own internal, results before eventually the EC does. Because right now, everything happens from your room before even it gets to the headquarters of the EC. Interesting times.
It is interesting. Well, we are waiting for you to join us on Zoom. I think we have somebody joining us on Zoom. Christian? Well, the Zoom ID and password is on your screen, so pick it up and join us. We want you to be properly dressed, well composed, be in a well-lit space so we can have a very smooth, wonderful conversation. And you need to call everybody in your family that you are on TV, by the way. Yeah, so they can watch you on our Facebook page as well, which is Joy Prime TV. Anyways, I think, do we have a Zoomer? Christian?
Yes, please. Good morning.
Good morning, Christian. How are you?
Oh, by His grace, I'm doing.
What are you thinking, or who are you thinking would be the NPP flag bearer tomorrow, God willing?
Yeah, I think by tomorrow, God willing, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia would be a bearer.
Okay. What makes you believe?
Yes, I think he's a marketed candidate. I think that's and he's a politician. So with all this, I think he does to win the elections.
Okay.
So I'll just use this opportunity to all delegates of the party that we need to win to steal this country from the farming government activity. And it is our responsibility. And the Ghanaians are fortunate to whatever comes out.
Okay.
They will behave. Will tell Ghanaians what to do 2028. So we just lead once again to all the aspirants to become that you accept whatever outcome
all right. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. KMJ, it's a wrap.
Yep, it is.
On Newsflash.
It is. And it's been a Good Friday news flash. Big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise and Koa Natural Fruit Juice for supporting us and always ensuring that we get to have conversations as these. And tomorrow, like I keep saying, it will be a judgment day.
Drum rolls, drum rolls.
For the NPP. We wish them well.
Yes, we do.
We hope and pray that it goes well. And may the best person win. Whoever wins, the party would most likely accept and ensure that they build up from there for the
I believe in the delegates. I believe that the delegates will make the right choice. They know exactly who is right for them. And so tomorrow, their thumbs will be speaking. KMJ, I believe we have a number of WhatsApp messages.
Is it?
Yeah, we do.
So we may...
Let's just read a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead from there.
KMJ.
I'd have to tap?
Yes, you have to tap.
Oh, let me see what I can tap on now.
I think maybe if you have to stop.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So Alasan Sese from Zenu Central says, good morning to everyone. NPP flagbearership race tomorrow. We can only wish them well, but assure them another humiliating defeat come 2028 general elections, inshallah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let me go to this one over here. That is, okay. This one over here says, our dear delegates, vote for your welfare. Vote for 10 fixed appointments for your constituency. NPP delegates never got it wrong. We did it for President Kufuor, President Anado, and the tradition will continue for Dr. Baumia on Saturday, inshallah. And that's from Abdul Karim Zugulana. Kushegu constituency. Good morning. I'm Okaina from Bantama in the Senate West District. One night to go to the poll. Every discerning Ghanaian understands that no political party governs forever. Power will inevitably change hands. And when it does, the overriding concern must be whether Ghana is left in safe, credible, competent, and responsible hands. That reality explains why individuals across the political divide openly acknowledge Kennedy Japon's leadership appeal. This is an objective assessment of the strength of the candidates in relation to the fate of the future of our country. Just get connected comes Saturday. So that's
I think Abdul Razak up there. Good morning, KMJ up there. No. Right there. No, Abdul KMJ.
Down?
No, yeah, right here. Come down a bit down. Abdul Razak. Okay.
Okay. And it says, good morning, KMJ. The revered Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is expected to win tomorrow's flag bearer contest. In fact, the delegates have spoken, and it's loud and clear that he's the favorite to lead the NPP as flag bearer. Number 3 is still maintained, and that's from Abdul Razak in Tamale. Let me go to this one. It says, good morning. It's Fusaini from Samini Northeast region. Oh, and it says it's all about the big day for Bawumia, which is tomorrow. I mean, the bells of victory are loudly ringing, and those with good ears can hear them. It's just a matter of time, and we would have the other contestant calling to congratulate him for his hand and victory. Anyway, we pray and hope that this ends well, such that we won't record any sort of violence and chaos. DMB is our hope, our future, and our only reliable ticket to victory come 2028. Have a great day, and let's celebrate in peace tomorrow. And did you say Samini?
Yeah, the Fusain from Samini.
Samini.
Yeah.
That's a place in Northeast
region.
Oh, I thought it was Samini that we all know.
No, I think when you go up, yeah, we've got one flag bearership.
Okay.
No.
Mensah. Asante and Amasaman says, Ghana politics will be so sweet after the primaries of NPP on Saturday because whoever emerge a winner, whether Ken or Dr. Bawumia, will be no match for NDC. Both of them has credibility issues, especially Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, when it comes to economic issues, and even to the extent that Google recognized him as the biggest liar in Africa. Oh boy, how? Kennedy Japan has also stepped on so many toes with insult and name calling. I even remember Kennedy Japan said on Adum TV in 2017 that Ibrahim Mahama is not prosecuted and jailed. He, Kennedy Japan, would drink poison and kill himself. Meanwhile, Ibrahim Mahama never even invited to the police station, not to even talk about jailing him. But Kennedy Japan is still alive. He never poisoned himself as he promised. How can such a person be taken serious? We're patiently waiting for them on Saturday. As for that, a lot of people have done that in politics and nothing happened to them. I mean, when it comes to speaking your mind or some of the things you want to do or decision you want to make, if this doesn't happen or that doesn't happen, and then you want to add all the politicians to it. Anyway, hi, Joy Prime. My name is Salam Muniru, and my predictions as DMB is winning the NPP flagbearership race tomorrow. I have no doubt in my mind at all. Dr. Bawumia is not going is not doing anything less than 60%. Thank you. All right, thank you too for joining us and sharing your thought with us here this morning on News Flash. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.